Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Blue Matrix here, and today I am bringing you back with another episode of Tom Craft's Tutorials. Today we're going to be going over how to get the staffs and upgrading them in Call of Duty Zombies. Bear in mind that even though this tutorial has already been made before, I'm using mods in order to make this the most simplistic way possible. That's right, I'm talking to you, Evan. So anyway, I hope you guys find this informational, and I hope you guys enjoy. So anyway, sit back, let's get started. The first staff that we want to work on is the lightning staff. Now, in order to get the staff parts for this, you have to use the tank. So you go to the church and then you hop onto the train. And the first location you want to go onto is this one deck that you see. It'll be on your right. So anyway, what you want to do is hop off the train and jump onto that little deck. And then there'll be a walkway and then you'll be able to grab your first part. Now, bear in mind, after you get this part, you'll have to wait for this tank to start back again. And then, after that, then you'll be able to go on to your next part. The next part you want to get is going to be right on the mouse. So you'll be seeing a deck that you're going to want to jump onto. You want to jump on there, run right into the inside of that hill, and then you'll be able to grab a part there. And then the last one you want to pick up is going to be right on the edge of the hill of the church. So you want to hop up in there, and then you'll be seeing an entry on the top, and then you'll be able to get the last part right there. Now, you might want to have to make a second run with the train if you don't have stamina up to get this part. But however you got stamina up, then you might be able to get that one pretty quickly. So the next part that you want to get is the disc. Now, there are 3 locations that you could be able to get it on. You can either get it on this wagon right there, right on that corner. The next location you could get is on this workbench right there, right by the Wonder Fizz machine. And the last location you can go, it'll be all the way down this wind tunnel, right by Gen 4. And you'll be able to find it in just a second, right on this a gramophone sound thing right there. And that's where you can find the disc right there. Before we can get to the crystal, we need to get the gramophone set up. The first thing we need to get is the disc. You can find one in this location right there where that machine is. The next one will be right by this Bible door. You can find it on this wheelbarrow right there. And then on the last location will be down here. Hop down here, and then you'll be able to find it on this rack setup right there. About one of those 2 columns. So after that, you're going to need to get the gramophone as well. So what you need to do is come down here, down this ray underneath the pack-a-punch, and then you'll find it either right there, or on this other side of the table right there. And then you can go ahead and open this if you want to. You can do that, or you can go to the tunnel first if you want to. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. And the last location that you want to get is the crystal. So you want to go to Gen 5. Go underneath the tunnel right here, underneath Gen 5. And then there'll be a table that you could put the gramophone on with the purple disc. And this is where you go to get the lightning part for your staff. So you go in here, and then you want to get the crystal off this podium right there. And then open up this portal, and then you'll be able to get to the tunnel. So now with all your parts together, you can now be able to get down into the main chamber, and then go to the purple podium place, and then you could be able to craft your staff there. And then there you go. Now you have your lightning staff. So without further ado, now let's get on to the wind staff. Now, the next staff that we want to get is the wind staff. Now, there are 3 different robots that you want to go into to get the wind staff parts. The first one that we're going to be going into is Freya, and this is the one by the church. And the middle one is Odin, and then the one by Spawn is going to be at Spawn is Thor. So what you want to do is shoot the latch underneath the foot that's glowing, and then you'll be able to get access to the robot's foot. And then you can grab one of these other staff parts. I'm not going to be going into the other robots like regularly. So I'm just going to mod in to get the other parts. Because it's going to take me way too long to get it. But however, all you got to do is the same step for the other robots. And then you'll be able to get it there. The next part that we want to get is the wind disc. So there are 3 locations for the wind disc. The first one is going to be on this set of pallets right there, the crates. And I already got it right there from my game, so we're going to pick it up there. The next location you get it is in the lightning tunnel right on this table. And then the last place that you can get it from is on this broken down wall right by the stamina machine right there. So with that, now we can be able to go get our wind crystal. Okay, so the wind tunnel is going to be at Gen 4. So you want to make your way down to the same tunnel that you got your lightning staff disc. And then you put the gramophone down right there. And then you'll be able to get access to the crazy place. You grab your crystal. And then now you'll be able to be over at the main chamber. And then grab your staff right there. So for that, we'll be finally on the ice staff. Okay, so for the next steps, you're going to need for it to snow. So what you want to do is get your shovel. You should have one at spawn. And then dig as many sites as you possibly can until you get your ice staff parts. Now, there'll be 1 staff part for each section of the map, alright? So the first part, which is the tail end piece, will be in between Gen 1 and Gen 3. As you can see, there'll be the tail end piece right there. It's in between Gen 1 and Gen 3. Between Gen 4 and 5, it'll be the middle staff piece. And then you dig as many sites as you can right in that section, and then you can grab your part there. And then the last one, which is the most tedious one because there's hardly any dig sites over there, is the head piece for the ice staff. And then that completes the parts. The disc will be somewhere within the tank station. So there's 1 location, which is going to be on this table right there. The next location will be on this shelf right here, which is where I got it in my game. And the last section will be on this other shelf where the Element 115 rocks are at. So that completes the disc locations. So for the ice crystal, you're going to be getting it from the church. So you go down the church tunnel right here. You do the same old, put the gramophone right there, grab the ice crystal, and then make your way back to the main chamber, and then assemble your ice staff there, and then you could be able to craft your final staff. First up you want to get is the fire disc. Alright, so it'll be either right here, right on that crate, but right here. I was having a little confusion in the game. For some reason the model didn't spawn in. But however, you'll have it either right there. The next location will be on the chairs right over here. And right where I was looking at. And then the last location that you're going to get it is in between these 2 sections, which is in my game. For some reason that the texture did not spawn in right at that section. So yeah, that's where you're going to get the fire disc. Okay, so next up you're going to want to get is the fire parts. Now, it is weird how you do it. The first one that you want to get is by activating Gen 6. You don't have to have any of the other generators active for it to spawn in from the crate. Just have Gen 6 activated, and in just a second after you do so, you'll be able to get the fire part coming out of that box right there. The next part that you want to get is the, I want to say this is the headpiece. So there will be a glowing plane in the sky. So you want to shoot that glowing plane. And then you want to pick up that part from a section that it falls onto. Now don't worry, it'll always drop in this exact section of the map always. Alright, so you don't have to be frequent to search for it. And the last part that you want to get is, I don't know what the other part was. I want to say it's the middle piece. But you want to get a panzer to spawn. And then as you kill that panzer, you could be able to drop and pick up that piece that he drops after you kill it. And then that'll sum up the parts. So for the fire crystal, what you need to do is go to where spawn is, and then there'll be a tunnel right by the door where you go to Gen 3. So you go down that tunnel and do the same old like everything else. You put down the gramophone, grab your crystal, and then make your way to the chamber, and then build your fire staff. So now that you got all 4 staffs built, let's go ahead and get to the upgrade process. So the first thing that we want to upgrade is the lightning staff. So I'll put a cheat sheet on the screen right here. You can feel free to screenshot it if you want to, or go back into the recording and take a look at the codes if you want to in order to do so, because this could really help you out during the upgrade process. First thing that you want to do right here, there'll be 7 slots right there. So for the first section, to put down 1, 3, and 6, okay? Wait for that to clear up, and then you'll be able to set another set, which will be 3, 5, 7, and that's your second set of codes. And then your third and final set of codes you want to put down is 2, 4, and 6. So after that, you'll be able to hear an indication like a jing, like you hear right there, and then you'll know that you're able to finish the that side of the Easter egg. Well, not the Easter egg, but the upgrade set. Next one you want to do is to flip the knobs. Now, my game's a little bugged out, so you're gonna have to look at it yourself in your PS4. So what you want to do for Gen 1, you're gonna have to flick that one 2 times. The next one you want to go to is Gen 2, and you want to also flick that one 2 times. Have it pointing straight up. Well, actually 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Point it straight down. That's my fault right there. So we're also gonna. I'm just gonna leave it uncut right here, so that way you know exactly where the other spots are. So that way I ain't confusing you with clip cutouts. So that way you'll know exactly where it is. Of course, I mean I did use cheats for this one right here. But yeah. The next one will be Gen 5, and you want to flick this one 3 times, facing downwards, like that. Now, if you see flickerings like the sparks right there, that means that it was not ready, and you want to turn it so that way it's not sparking anymore. So, yeah. The next one will be on the mound. You want to flick this one 3 times, facing up. The next one's going to be at Gen 4, which we'll get to in just a second. And I think this one's also facing up. I think so. I mean, yeah. You have this one facing up. So, like this one. 1, 2. Have this one flicking 2 times. The next 2 is going to be in the church. So, we're going to fly over to the church real quick. Right here. Alright. We're going to go right behind the tank. And then we're going to flick this one 2 times, facing right. And then the last one will be upstairs. And then all you have to do is flick this one 1 time. This one will be right by the mystery box spot. And then that will trigger the beam where the electric ball is going to be coming down. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do, and this is going to comply for all the staffs, is flip the levers. Now, Evan was having issues of doing the levers before, so I'm going to show the locations, okay? As you come down the stairs right there, there's going to be 2 levers on each side of the stairways. There's 1, 2, 1 on each side. You want to go up the stairs, there'll be 3 right there, and there'll be 4 on the other side there, okay? So, what you want to do is flick the colors to where they're all matching the same spots for the staff. So, since it's lightning, it's got to be purple. So, what you want to do is flip the lever like that, and then have it flick until it's purple. So, now it's all purple for the top. So, what you want to do is drop down to the other section where it's going to need to turn purple, and then once you get all of the spots purple, there will be a ball right underneath there, and then you want to shoot it with your staff. And then what that's going to do, it's going to fly up right straight back into the beam, and then it's going to go back into the crazy place. So after that, what you want to do is go back to the crazy place and put your staff in the podium. Now, I'm not going to fill the souls in there yet, but if you want just that one staff for the game, go ahead and get whatever good gun you have, and then start killing zombies right by it, if you just want that one staff. But if you want to get all 4 staffs done, what I do is leave it there and then start my next upgrading process, which is what we're going to do now. The next one you want to get is the wind staff. Now, there'll be a set of wheels right on the top of the wind staff section. So what you want to do is shoot the wheel, alright? For what you want to do is do 2 lines, 2 L's, 1 dot right there, like that. And then the last one you want to do is get, like, I think it was like a line F, no, dot F. And then after that, it'll trigger that same ding that you hear from the lightning staff. And then you'll be able to go on to the next step. The next step you want to do is to shoot the fog. Now the smoke is going to need to be shot directly towards the mound. So what you want to do is take your wind staff and then shoot the 3 smoking sections and have them pointing towards the mound. Now it will stay smoked for the remainder as long as you have it directed towards. So the first one was right by Gen 4, as you saw right there. The next one you want to go behind the tank at the church, and then there'll be that one spot right outside the spot right there. You won't miss it. There'll be smoke coming out right there, and then have it shot towards. Yeah, you might want to hop and hit it. Well, maybe not have to, but however, you need to hit it and have it point directed there. And then the last location that you want to get will be at Gen 5. And then it's an easy hit. Just hit it right there, and then you'll be able to see the beam shot up into the sky. And then that's where you get your other wind ball. So now we go to the mound and then set the colors right. Okay, so same thing as the lightning staff. So you want to match the colors. So for this instance, since we're doing wind, we're going to be making it all yellow. So go to the respected levers and then flick it until all of the cylinders are yellow. So yeah, I go over here and then hop over there, and then well, actually I was supposed to be at that other spot. That's my stupid mistake right there. So yeah, I don't even know why I did that. So that's kind of my mistake. But yeah. After you do that, what you want to do is get all the colors matched up, which is what I'm going to do right there. And then you see that yellow ball down there? You want to shoot that one with your wind staff. And then it's going to fly up into the sky. And then you'll be able to put your staff in the podium, which is going to be in the same place as your wind tunnel. And I should have pointed this out. That the podiums are going to be, the respective podiums that the staffs are supposed to be, and are in the same places as your tunnels. So just letting you know there. So since that's done, now we can go ahead and get to the ice staff. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to match the patterns. Alright, so there'll be 6 or 7 different tiles right there, and you want to match it onto the section of the Padlet of the wall. So since we got that, we're going to match it up to this. Again, use your cheat sheet for this. It'll be the best section you're going to do, alright? So, yeah, this is where you're going to use your cheat sheet the most. Because, unless you're like a mathematical genius, you're going to have to, like, memorize all the different codes. And there's, like, 12 different numeral codes that you have to match. And this is randomized every single game. So, yeah, all you have to do is just match up the thing that you see on that tablet right there, and then match it for the exact code that it should be. And then once you get to the last one, you'll be able to hear that ding, and then you'll be able to go on to the next step. The next step you want to do is shoot 3 different tombstones. Now, the first one that you're going to see is behind the tank station by this arm. So, what you want to do is shoot it with your ice staff, freeze it, and then shoot it with your bullet weapon. Now, you can't shoot it with your ray gun because it won't break. A ray gun or a ray gun Mark II, not even a staff would break it. Okay, so what you want to use is a bullet weapon, okay? And the second one's going to be on this mound over here. So to make a right by this soul box, and then right up this mound right here. What you want to do is freeze this one up, and then hit it with your bullet gun. Now, it won't hurt it if you use a pack-a-punch weapon. It won't hurt it at all. It just can't be a ray gun or a staff. And the last one's over here. Freeze it up, and then hit it with a bullet gun. And then you'll see the beam, and then you know what to do there. Go ahead and hit your same levers. Go ahead and make it all match blue since it's an ice staff. And then after you get it all blue, to shoot the orb, and then it'll fly into the sky. And then go ahead and go back to the crazy place, and then you can set your staff there. And then we're on the last staff to upgrade, which is the fire staff. So for the fire staff, this one's going to be different, okay? So there'll be a pit of lava that you're going to be standing on top of. And then what you want to do, what I typically do, is to shoot the ground and then kill the zombies while they're on this ground. Now this is the reason why I want the other staffs done first. So that way, as you're filling up the magma buckets, which is going to be right behind you, their souls is going to be flying to the other staffs. So that way it'd be able to fill up the staffs as you're doing the Easter egg steps. So as you can see, the wind staff is already done, and then once you go to filling up the staff for the fire staff, you won't have any worries of having a good or bad gun to deal with. You can just pick up one of the staffs up, and then you'll have no issue of dealing with them. So, which is why I want the other staffs done first. So, once you fill up the soul buckets, you'll know about this because you'll have a ding going off, and then when you have all 4 buckets filled up, after that you can go on to the next step. So the next step is going to be similar to the ice staff. Now, when you go to the church right up here, there'll be glowing symbols right onto the walls. What I typically do is pause my game and then replicate the symbols right there. So for my instance, this is going to be 11, 7, 3, 4. Now 4 is going to always be a part of your code. Now this does not have to be in order, just to let you know. All you just got to do is just hit the right number. So there'll be torches right below you, right where the tank is. And then you have to hit 11, 4, 7, and then 3. And then this will set off the beam right there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be in the order as it is up there. You just have to hit the right numbers. So after that, you just know the drill. You gotta go over there, match your colors with the levers, hit the ball with your staff, and then go to the crazy place. And then this is where you set down your staff for the final time. So for the last step, if you haven't got the other staff set up and you're just doing one staff, get prepared as you can. And then what you want to do is fill the souls for the staffs that you want to do it for. Now, if you're not upgrading all the staffs at once, you're going to have to get a fairly good setup because you're going to have to do about 20, 30 kills each. I don't know the exact number, but you'll know an indication of when you do so. So here's how you know that the staffs are fully filled. One of two ways. Either A, you'll get an indication on your HUD that the staff has an outer glow of white around it, and if you somehow miss that, you'll be able. If you somehow miss that, that's fine. What you want to do is see if there's a middle glow right onto the staff, which is going to be like around the centerpiece of the crystal, right on there. I think you'll see on the wind staff in just a second, but however, otherwise there'll be other indications, or yeah, just like that wind staff right there. If you see that glow on that upper piece, that means it's ready, and then no more souls are required for it. So yeah. I hope this tutorial settles you out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to show some love. Yeah, just like that right there. Hit that like button down below. Maybe we can get to like 5 likes or something like that. That'd be greatly appreciated. And also, if you're at all new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and become a part of the notification squad. I hope you guys enjoyed, and well, I'll see you dudes next time. Peace out, Majorholics.